pens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Canes will kick it off to get us underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Scott. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Howard. They'll run the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set him off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Henderson. Just buried it. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
This defense is in for a long day because they're not going to have to only play with great awareness and eye discipline. They're going to have to be willing to run sideline to sideline and have to try to shut down receivers like that on jet sweeps.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2. Alert. Ready to go.
Barges ahead. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Going to the running game. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Miami 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Tackled immediately after the catch.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quarterback extends the play. He'll pull it down and run. Got room at the 35. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. To the air, it's Ward. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Unleashes one deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Jet sweep to the receiver. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. On the run, it's Judkins. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Keep it on the ground. They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing it in.
There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. He unleashes a long one. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. And the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll let it fly. Moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to get the first through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Caves!
And what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half, a lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot, but here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen, force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Corners are going to bail. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Powers through the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The throw makes the grab. It's Restrepo. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Wide receiver shows motion. To the ground with the back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Ward. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Arroyo. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast. Understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
And they are are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. On the run, it's Henderson. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Trying to get to him. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wants to throw. It's Ward. Slings it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Going up top on 1st down. The quick out. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
They're trying to get to it. That's reeled in. It's Martinez. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a 1st down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, they're going to win this game.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're bringing heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Howard. He's got his man. At the 35, he's got room. Big gain is. He steps out of bounds with a first down.
Yeah, and I like this offense, keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by keeping scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Fast motion from the offense. On second down, wants to throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense, take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Ward. Coming after it. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll get rid of it. A beautifully placed ball to the outside. Drag for the big pickup.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Martinez. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Defense playing a bail technique. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Martinez. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
After
Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw, it's Howard. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
2nd down now after the sack. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
I'm not sure you have much in the script to convert a 3rd and this long on the opening drive. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Howard. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Scott. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Henderson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. Finds his man. It's Henderson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
After one, we're tied 0-0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Black 24. Black 24.
They move the tight end all over. The give to the tailback. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And that ball is picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Running it to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to slam in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Bernard. Touchdown, Bama! And they jump on top.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Back to pass, it's Howard. This time it's complete. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Ibuka.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Line getting set on 2nd down. These corners going to give them some space. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker. It's Henderson. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Judkins. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's the end of the 1st half. With the score, Alabama 7, Ohio State 0.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Bernard. At the 45 on his way. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Leaves it with the running back. At the 40, there he goes. All kinds of running room. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And just a great job on the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
To throw, it's Howard. Setting up the screen. He's flying the friendly skies.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Henderson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
They'll leave it with him. Crosses the 30, he's got away. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 14, Ohio State 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Offense in the hurry up. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Alabama pushing the tempo. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. That incompletion leads to second down and 10. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Second down coming up.
29 Philly, 2-9.
He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50.
Here we go.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught behind the line. It's Judkins. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
Listen, the defense gave up a couple of yards, but they're happy to give that up because they know the clock is still ticking. They're trying to bleed this thing. If you want to throw it over the middle of the field inbounds, they'll give that to you all day.
Let's go. Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Cut.
On fourth down, looking to pass. A shot toward the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll give it to the back. Twist his way through. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The give and tick, 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 tick. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. They'll try it on the ground. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
The give to the left side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dances away. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, what? Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Williams.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right down the middle. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a plate.
And they get the sack right out of the gate. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? He's bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and win games and all the different things they can do. Aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense, these guys are as versatile as it gets.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right?
He'll take the deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Tide offense rolls onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. Makes a catch and knocked down.
With the game scoreless.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Handoff to the single running back. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Now, 4th down.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Try to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
The aerial assault continues. Got a man. It's Delp. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it. And as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Going for it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. He'll keep it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
Back to throw, it's Howard. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Now on 2nd down. Corner's going to give them room. Off the play fake. Got a man. It's Henderson. At the 35, he's open. Afterburner's coming. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The offense set for a 1st down play. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around.
If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
To the ground. He's got it again. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They believe they can run right here. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Keeps the legs moving.
That is how it's done on third down and short. And no doubt about it, an easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Alabama 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Finds his man. It's Williams. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set. First down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking to pass, it's Howard. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Scrambling away. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that getting after it.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot now, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short in the first down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Give to the running back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Let's go.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught near the sideline, it's Bernard. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Here's the give off the left side. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown Tide!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Got his man. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's going to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. They'll immediately call timeout.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Caught over the middle. It's Scott. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And a really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
The clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Alabama.
Now on second down.
Single.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed, stuff you can't coach.
And the pass is intercepted.
You've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Love the play call by the offensive coordinator here. They're attacking this defense in a lot of different ways. That time going with the jet sweep to get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Howard. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Second down after that incompletion. The DBs will back off a bit. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Trying play action. Pulls it in. It's Scott. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
At the 37. That's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 10, Alabama 7.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Back to throw, it's Howard. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
After the incompletion, it's second down. And the throw out to the sideline, good at just a few yards.
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out of bounds?
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on third and long. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The hand to the running back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The give to the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. You're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
The give is to Miller. Running with power. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll go to the ground. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Makes one man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He's got the back in the middle. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get...
Unloads it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Timeout call by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. The clock is relentlessly working against them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Got enough space. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. To kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for a productive play on first down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Quickly complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. The give to the right. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Using his feet to buy time. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, and they convert it. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. First down to start the drive after the break.
29 Philly, 2-9.
He's looking to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Maffa. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down, and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Great job, too, by the QB there. holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. The sure hands, it's Brown. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
Brings up second down.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Gets it out fast. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. These corners backing off a bit. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Back to the air one more time. Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Maffa. Quick step and go. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll line up to go for 2. To the air, it's Klubnik. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer. You've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Hands it off. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
That's caught. It's Williams. After the filthy move, he's got room. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Good, solid tackle.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Miller with the ball. The Tide will get the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Right back to the well. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Alabama pushing the tempo. Here's the handoff. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that when they jump on top here in the second half. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Klubnik. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Motion from the offense. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 14, Clemson 8.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Little too much juice on that one from the junior. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And that was one of those gotta have it. I mean, It's a fourth quarter, fourth down. We got to get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the right depth, and the ball's got to come out at the right time. Nice job there by the quarterback, working through his progression, finding the open man, and keeping this drive alive.
Of course, it was the quarterback. I thought it was the receiver. Yeah.
That's caught. It's Moore. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
And they're looking for a fourth quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. First and goal. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on fourth and goal. On the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They're backed up. First and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. At the 15, he's loose. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you know they're going to run it. You know they're going to try to create some space offensively and just try to run out of the goal line. So that's a frustrating one that hurts because the run game comes downhill. He gets a big gain, and now out of the own end zone. Now no safety to worry about. You can pass, you can run the whole playbook at your disposal.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A strike downfield. It's a game of first down. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense set on first down. Give to the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking down the middle. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Bringing it back. Inside the 10. Touchdown Tide. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Dropping back, it's Beck. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job on the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. Release to the back. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. Big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job bringing on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
A 1st down for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This offense has a 2nd down play.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Georgia 0.
The give is to Miller. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it's no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Alabama 7, Georgia 0.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Beck. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, Next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Going over the top. A full dive to haul that one in.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Etienne. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Trying to punch it in. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Second and goal for this offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Tight end finds a soft spot. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players. You get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Haynes. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Grabbed behind the line, it's Haynes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third and 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Milroe. A little screen to the running back. Sweet cut there.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And it's picked off. Got some room to run. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay. And he did right there with that pick six.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They're going to ride this running back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
The gift to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Haynes. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. New set of downs after that completion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He looks that one in nicely. Stopped after making the catch.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, you can see he had him. He completes it for the first time.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Corners are going to bail. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Etienne. The spin, still on his feet. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter.
Georgia, 14. Alabama, 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, what a move! Touchdown, Dogs! And they'll put that score. Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. Both teams have been building for this one for a while, and it is here, a top-5 clash between two powers. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Evans. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Back to pass, it's Beck. He's right on target. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Tosses it incomplete. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He'll just keep slinging it. Catch in the middle. It's Smith.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Lovett. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Caught in the backfield, it's Etienne. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. With the catch, it's Delp. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you start the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Scott. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
To throw, it's Howard. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this third down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
This should be the last play of the quarter.
42 Spider.
They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll try the run. Bulls his way forward. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll try the right side. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Power football with the run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Looking to throw, it's back. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Georgia going up tempo. Looking to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Lovett. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Coming after it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab. It's Lovett. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Defense was prepared, and I'm really impressed by the eye discipline right now. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to locate that receiver coming across in motion with good timing and getting the jet sweep, but they were ready for that play.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Going up top on first down. Makes the catch. And he's dragged down.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water boys, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this second and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up third and goal.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Powers forward. Snowed under by the defense. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Splits the uprights, it's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime.
Ohio State 6, Georgia 0.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and miss this ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Fires on the move. Got him downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Give to the running back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
It's as if the end zone has a no trespassing sign on it, but here a chance to score the first touchdown of the game. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Inside the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 7, Ohio State.
They're just about ready to kick it away.
Number 91, set to kick this one.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the 4th. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Fires to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Oh, man, and that's a big interception late in this game. And listen, I know you're trying to go vertical with the 4 verts, but so did the defense. Great job staying deep, playing the football in the air, and forcing the ginormous turnover.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle. It's Lovett. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got it in the middle. It's dealt. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Running back searching for a hole. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on their side. 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Dogs.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They want to... It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Back to throw, it's Howard. Dumps it to the back. Got his man down the middle. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They'll throw it on first down. He's got an open man. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll set up to throw. Oh, what a grab by the defense. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Georgia, 22. Ohio State, 12.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And now this is either a fake, the coach is delusional, or perhaps both. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Line gets set, first down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He wants to take the top off. A full dive to haul that one in. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking to pass. It's back. He'll take another shot here. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. The snap sets up to throw. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. The 40, the 30. He's at the 10. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, keep hope alive. pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
He's going to pass on second down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ibuka. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Leaves it with the back. And there is no gain on the run, and there is no win for this team as it is over. Sometime the names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Canes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Handoff from the gun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milrow. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
1st down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bernard. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening them.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to bully their way in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Final play of the quarter coming. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the 1st quarter.
Miami, 0.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. First down to start the drive after the break. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He's going to take off. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Ward. Buys a little time. He's got it. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed. He has really, really good hands as well.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Moving away from pressure. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
Splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He makes the connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll get rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's George. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
The Hurricanes have it in scoring position on first and goal.
Here we go. Set, check, check. Back 54, flex combo. Back 54, flex combo.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Might as well give it to him again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Miller with the ball. At the 45 on his way. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half.
Number 14 on the field. That's the end of the first half. With the score, Miami 14, Alabama 7.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These corners going to give them some space. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Quarterback adapting. He fires it out to the right. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Canes. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. The defense can't keep playing like that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Or who
fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. They got him down pretty quickly.